and members of the Filipino community in Australia, distinguished guests, officials of Blacktown, ladies and gentlemen, again, a good morning to everyone. It is my pleasure to be here today with my kababayans in Australia in celebration of the International Women's Month. Buwan po ng mga kababaihan ngayon. Buwan po natin ito. Before I go on, allow me to first encourage everyone to acknowledge our womanhood. Pwede ho bang pakitingnan yung inyong nasa kaliwa at pakisabi sa kanya, ang ganda-ganda mo. Bakit ho parang walang conviction? Women, let us all be reminded that no matter the color or the shape, we are all beautiful. So, we want to do it again one more time with conviction this time. Pakisabi sa katabi, ang ganda-ganda mo. Pero bago ako magpatuloy, gusto ko rin ho na sabihin na bagamat ito ay buwan ng mga kababaihan, this is not actually an exclusive celebration for women. We also want to acknowledge the role of men in our lives because I am sure, because we are all successful, sigurado ako, may isang lalaki o mga lalaking nag-inspire sa atin. So let us also honor the men in our lives, may it be your husband, your brother, your son, a male friend, buwan din po nila ito. I would like to commend the Filipino community headed by Adhika Incorporated, Nara Cooperative, and the Plaza Filipino for initiating this activity to tackle diverse topics on women empowerment, addressing domestic violence, and success stories of Filipino-Australian women in New South Wales. I am happy to be a part of this gathering of amazing, accomplished, and beautiful women in Sydney. It is such a pleasure to meet all of you here in the city. I traveled, as mentioned earlier by Consul, with my husband, the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Alan Peter Cayetano, who is the special representative of our dear President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, to the ASEAN-Australian Special Summit. We also want to thank Australia for being a good partner of the Philippines and ASEAN. Let us give Australia a big round of applause. Yesterday, I attended the spouses luncheon hosted by Mrs. Lucy Turnbull, who I learned was also the first female Lord Mayor of Sydney. That is a remarkable feat for women in general because women are often held up by social barriers and challenges. I was able to fellowship also with other ASEAN spouses, and together we discussed various issues on women. We discussed about family, we discussed about our passion in women issues, children, environment, passion for culture and the arts. Truly, the contribution of women in the society is very, very important. I myself, just to give you a little bit of information, have taken up this challenge, and women's issues are very close to my heart. At the age of 22, I established the Progressive Ladies League of the Philippines, an organization that promotes women's rights and welfare. Starting with 1,300 members, the Progressive Ladies League of the Philippines has more than 16,000 members today. After a year, I was able to put up, together with strong-minded women in our city, the Angat Lahat Multi-Purpose Cooperative to help people find an alternative source of income through various livelihood undertakings. We are now here in Australia, but let me just give you an update about what's happening in the Philippines. Truly, women are now more empowered. They are recognized. They occupy important positions, key positions in government, in major companies in the Philippines. But there's still a lot of women who are very much in need of guidance, of care, of mentoring. And this is my little way of showing my care and appreciation to them. A lot of incidents of violence against women and their children, happens inside the home. And oftentimes, when you ask women, how come you can't get out in an abusive relationship, they would often tell you, oh, because I am not empowered to support my own needs, much more to support the needs of my children. And so I see the advocacy of helping women to be financially independent as a powerful tool to help them get away from abusive relationships. And that's the reason why I am so passionate in helping women find, a means of livelihood, to be able to have that boldness to stand and to, to protect themselves. As the first female mayor of Taguig, I can relate to many challenges of being a woman in the Philippine politics. I believe that the resilience or the resilient capability of a woman, coupled with my desire to help my fellow men, helped me greatly in surpassing these challenges. To date, I still encounter women who would tell me that, the reason why I can't escape an abusive relationship is because of shame. Nahihiya daw po sila. But I tirelessly explain to them that, ang dapat mahiya ay ang nananakit, hindi ang sinasaktan. So I am so glad to be surrounded by empowered women here today, but in reality, we still have a lot to do. And I do hope that apart from what you are doing, apart from what you are advocating here in Australia, we can do much more to help still a big sector of women in the Philippines, going through difficult challenges in life. In my current position as chairperson of the League of Cities of the Philippines, I work hand in hand with the national government to effect change for the benefit of women in general and the less fortunate women in our society in particular. I believe that in due time, more and more women will rise and take the roles of public servants. That women actually need is the opportunity to showcase their capabilities, a platform to fulfill solutions and strategies to empower women worldwide. In the city of Taguig, we take pride in calling ourselves a women-friendly city that nurtures, protects, and ensures the development of women. It is important for us to ensure that health is given the utmost importance, especially during pregnancy. So in Taguig, we have a lot of projects to take care of the postnatal, prenatal, and postnatal care for our women. We provide free maternal health care seminar, and we mentor them, we supervise them, we provide free education for them. We also operate lying-in and super health centers to meet the needs of pregnant women. Until now, we still encounter women opting to give birth at home. Kumadrona pa ho yung nagpapaanak, putting their lives at risk. So we have a lot of work to do back in the Philippines. So what we promote is the establishment of lying-in clinics in each barangay, strategic areas all over the Philippines. And in the city of Taguig, we're quite successful in this area. That's why we were cited by the Department of Health because of this initiative. The super health centers were set up also to meet the needs of pregnant women, and we even have a Buntis Congress. We gather all the women to guide them about the proper nutrition, proper care of the infants. We have put up breastfeeding stations to aid breastfeeding personnel and clienteles. and provide various free services and assistance in response to diseases such as breast cancer and cervical cancer. We partnered with NGOs. The city of Taguig is very, very happy and very lucky to have I Can Serve as a partner in promoting information on breast cancer awareness and cervical cancer, two of the diseases affecting women in the Philippines. Those are identified as the top two. We are also active in promoting education on STI, HIV, and AIDS that may affect the well-being of our constituents. In terms of the welfare and protection, we continuously strengthen our IEC and awareness drive through our city social welfare and development and gender focal point system. We are closely coordinating with various national and international agencies such as the Philippine National Police, United States Homeland Security, Federal Bureau of Investigation, the International Justice Mission, the Philippines Against Child Trafficking, and National Bureau of Investigation to strengthen our drive against any form of abuse. We also are ensuring the health and welfare of the women by providing free livelihood and trainings that will help abused women get back on their feet. Through scholarships and skills-related programs, women have the opportunity to make their own choices, not dictated by societal pressure and domestic abuse. It is very important to note as well that here in Australia, we are very happy that you are all a shining example of overcoming adversity through women empowerment. A lot of you women here present today, opted to leave the Philippines, leave your loved ones, because as women, you want to do more for your family. We as women are created to be extra caring, extra loving, and extra nurturing. That's our nature. And so you are willing to take sacrifices and hard decisions for your loved ones. So with that, please accept my heartfelt congratulations to all of you. And I wish you all the very best here in Australia. Please continue to make us proud. I had the opportunity of having a conversation with the Honorable Prime Minister of Australia. And he said that he's very happy with the Filipinos living and working here in Australia. Very hardworking, very dedicated. They love their companies, they love their bosses as their own, and they are very thankful to the Filipinos, in fact. Yesterday, I shared with you already that I met Madam Lucy Turnbull, and she also expressed her deep admiration to the Filipino community here in Australia. With this, I honor all of you for helping our less fortunate kababayans in the Philippines through, I heard, scholarship grants. Thank you for doing that. Education is very important, and that's the reason why also in the city of Taguig, we put the biggest budget allocation is being given to education. And I thank you for doing that. I would also like to thank you for conducting medical missions in the Philippines. You also donated and supported many provinces during calamities. As you all know, we get a lot. Name the calamities and we all have it in the Philippines. Earthquakes, typhoons, volcanic eruption. Just recently, the Mayon volcano, despite of its charm and beauty, has been acting up lately. But thank you, ma'am, for initiating the drive to do an outreach in the Philippines. And I hope that you will continue caring for the country, caring for our kababayans, although Australia is far from the Philippines. I do hope and pray for your continued success here in Australia. I trust that as you become prosperous, as you become, successful, all the more that you would lend a helping hand to our kababayan back in the Philippines. Mabuhay ang mga kababaihang Pilipino. More power to the women of the world. And once again, on behalf of the League of Cities of the Philippines and the people of Taguig, thank you for inviting me here today. May you have a fruitful day ahead, and may you continue to celebrate the beauty of womanhood. Congratulations to all of you. Maraming salamat.